Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Angel, and today I wanted to chat with you a little bit more about my temperature blanket for this year. If you're unfamiliar, I do have a video where I talk a little bit more about this blanket in my January check-in, but I am doing a chevron pattern, which will be linked down in the description, and it is turning out beautifully. For my hook size, I'm using a 5 or a 5.5. I will write it on the screen now. And I am using yarn from Joann Fabrics. I'm using the standard brand. Oh my gosh, why can't I remember anything for this video? I'm using their Big Twist worsted weight yarn, and so I do anticipate this blanket being extremely long. Right now it's already getting to be pretty long because I am doing just a regular single crochet. So let me take it out of the bag and I will show you the colors so far, because I think it's just turning out to be the berry beautifulness of my dreams. So like I mentioned, if you didn't watch my January check-in, I'll give you a little recap, but you'll see I do have stitch markers on the top of all of the peaks and in all of the valleys, because in January at the end of the month I noticed a huge discrepancy in my actual chevron like arrows, triangles. When I got to the end of February, I did notice a little discrepancy. I think there was 1 or 2 that were short by 1, which just means I probably didn't actually have enough stitches in the peaks of the chevron. So I recounted everything and I figured it all out with my in-between stitches. So without further ado, let's look at February together, because we finally got a lot more purple. So right here, starting at the gray, is February. Isn't it gorgeous? Like, look at these beautiful purple, mauve, pinkies. It was definitely a month of a lot of flux. So you can see here, warmer months are the purples. So we had warmer days are the purples. We had quite a few of these purpley pink days, whereas the boysenberry purpley pink and the maroon are my coldest colors. So we had a lot of variety, I think, starting all the way down at like 10 or 9 degrees all the way up into the 40s and 50s for some of these. So yeah, February here in New Hampshire was ridiculous. But compared to January, which was very pink, very mauve-y maroon, I think we're starting to get a little bit more of the variety of berries that I have in my color palette. So again, here is my color chart. I'm using all Big Twist. And let me correct myself, the only color that is not Big Twist is this purpley pink color that I use for my lowest temperature, which is Boysenberry. I didn't think it would matter that much, but as you can tell, we have quite a lot of it because we've had a lot of cold days this winter. I've also already gone through and sewn in all of my ends along the edges, because I'm of the, I want everything to be knotted and beautiful. So instead of just like kind of like starting a new thread, I tie everything twice. I make sure everything is nice and secure. So we have a little bit of like ugly bumps along the edge. Guess who cares? Not me, it's my blanket. But yeah, the only ends I have left right now are my working yarn, which is right here. And I've already started March. Oh my gosh, we're already into March. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited for continuing this temperature blanket. Like, I've started to also like cuddle under my 2021 temperature blanket while I'm crocheting this one, because it's a very different pattern, very different color scheme. Oh, I'm so excited. If you can tell by the color code I showed a second ago, we have a lot of interesting colors ahead, but I think that finally getting some more purple and some more like variation just away from like the pinks and maroons is just so exciting. I think that while living through the weather itself is really freaking annoying, like I hate that one day I can go outside without a jacket and the next day we get a foot of snow, but that's kind of what New England is, and I've grown up to expect it. So yeah, I'm very excited. This is definitely going to be one of my favorite pieces. So far it already is. I just did a vlog where I talk about teaching crochet, and it is fighting against this one to be my #1 piece so far in 2022. I am very excited with my progress so far. It has been a lot easier this year to actually keep track and do it day to day. There were definitely a few gaps this month where I waited like 5 days because I was working on that Tunisian crochet project and I just didn't do anything. But as long as I have my stitch markers, it's very easy to just like crank out 5 days, 5 rows. And I didn't see a lot of stress. I can just like sit down and watch a vet show or something and get through it. It's been a lot more positive than previous years doing temperature blankets. Obviously, if you know anything about how I did my 2021 temperature blanket, I did it starting in August and I was able to finish it by the end of the year. So maybe I'm not the best judge of like how long something takes, but I'm pretty proud that I'm keeping up to date. Like I already have yesterday on here. It's beautiful. We already started. And also if you're curious, this gray taupey kind of color is my in-between month, and I'm doing 4 rows each for that color, because that is a big flaw that I had in my blanket last year, was that there was no distinction between the months, and so I had no idea what month was what. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you're working on a blanket or if you are interested now that I've talked about it, and let me know like all the details down below if you're working on a blanket. If you're not crafting, let me know what you're reading, let me know what you're watching. I would love to just chat with you in the comments, and I hope to see you next month. I'm gonna keep up with these. I think monthly check-ins are really helpful because it kind of gives me more motivation to get it done on time, and I'm hoping it also keeps you guys motivated. But thank you again for watching the video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.